Loewe and Studio Ghibli collaboration, design management or product design, mentoring program from HexagonUX. About this and other news and design topics in the pilot episode of CutCorners. I am Nata Avramenko, a designer at ClimaMac, and here we go with the news. CutCorners is a show where MacPaw designers share news and interesting topics that are important to us. If it's something you're interested in, subscribe to our channel to make sure you won't miss the next episode, maybe even click the bell button. That's it for the introduction, we're moving on to the episode. I've recently moved and it was important for me to find my people and the design community support. We have learned to work remotely since COVID, but offline communication is important to me and people need to exchange their thoughts, ideas to grow and create more awesome projects. And my friend recommended a perfect community for this. HexagonUX is a global UX organization with a headquarters based in San Francisco. While demand for UX has exploded over the past few years, women and non-binary folks are still underrepresented in the field, and therefore HexagonUX launched a mentorship program. It helps to create meaningful connections and build skills. The main goal is to close the gender gap and grow leaders in the UX. The program is currently offered in different areas, and last summer I took part in the mentoring program as a mentee. I met top women in the industry who were ready to share their experience. For example, how to build a job, make a portfolio if you're just the beginner in your career, or move forward in your career and be more confident in your abilities. This was an amazing opportunity for me. I gained valuable experience myself. As well as mentorship program, HexagonUX also has offline events, and the last one they held was about confidence and mental health at work. The meeting was focused on mental health topics and practical exercises that can help improve it. One of the exercises that I remember really well called the circle of control. What is it about? Inside the circle, you write down what you can control. For example, my thoughts, my words, my actions. And outside of that circle, you write down something you cannot control, like weather, traffic jam, other people's behavior, etc. I started using this exercise by myself. It helps me when I'm worried about something. For example, what if I lose my job? But can I control this? No. Can I control my performance? How am I good at work? Yes. We also talked about confidence and then had a panel discussion about impostor syndrome. Put simply, impostor syndrome is about doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. It usually affects high-achieving people who find it difficult to accept their accomplishments. For me, those kind of events are really helpful, and if you're interested to try and to go to one of these events, I highly recommend. There is one more platform I really like. They called It's Nice That. They usually talk about design, photography, motion design, and every Tuesday, no, not every Tuesday, one Tuesday of each month, I think it's the first Tuesday or the last Tuesday of the month, they have an offline events as well. I haven't been there myself, but I really want to go one day. What about online meetups? Yulia Lubinska from Setup prepared a speech about design in crisis for Smashing Meets Figma. You'll like this speech if you might experience work during a natural disaster or just going to work from camping. My favorite part is how the pros of Figma became cons. Somewhere here we will attach the link to the video. We will definitely attach the link in the description below. One more piece of industry news. I want to tell you about the collaboration between Loewe and Studio Ghibli. Studio Ghibli is a Japanese animation studio founded in 1985 by famous director and screenwriter Hayao Miyazaki. In my opinion, the most famous works of the studio are My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle. Recently, they and the famous Spanish brand Loewe collaborated to create a fashion collection. This is not their first collaboration though. The first character on t-shirts and bags of the brand was Totoro. Then they made a collection with characters from the movie Spirited Away, and now there is a third collaboration with characters from Howl's Moving Castle. This is by far my favorite studio film. Lucifer Stole My Heart, though the fire t-shirt is definitely my favorite. What I am really interested in this collaboration is the promo by the studio that created an interactive mobile experience to promote the launch. It was essential to add to the collection this sense of belonging to the film, to this work of art. The studio's work impressed me from design to development, all smooth transitions and spinner like in the movie and the QR code in the form of Lucifer. It was essential to keep the authenticity of the film. At the same time, they added an interaction with users. So I went to their website, scanned the QR code with my phone, and there was a quiz, and at the end I found out that I was mostly like Howl's character, which I was really pleased about because I used to love him when I was a kid. The whole website was created by the Sting Studio. Sting Studio is an agency that developed Spotify's website as well. They are also a part of Sting.com. Let's talk about inspiration. Right now I'm reading a book about impressionism because I like to find inspiration not only in books about design but in other fields like art. I don't know much about impressionists, but I do really like how they used colors and light at that time. So this book really helps me to discover more about that time and the artist of that time. And another book I want to show you today called, well, The Crowded Thing. This is actually a fiction book, but what I really like about it is how the author described the nature, and the main character, a girl, she used to collect the small feathers of different kind of birds, and I found that really inspiring. So I found the small feather with my daughter outside on the streets, and I really like it, so I decided why not to sketch it. Where's the drawing again? Found the drawing. So these are my last sketches that I made during some of my meetings. My main point is you don't have to read specifically design books. You can read anything that makes you inspired or want you to do something like drawing, sketching. Maybe you can start making nice photography, anything that can help you grow. So as this episode is about design, let me show you something of my recent projects and what I'm currently doing at MacPaw. So this is my portfolio. I've managed to collect my recent works, which, you know guys, it's not the easiest job to do, to make your portfolio updated. These are mostly works on like my graphic design works, because I used to be a graphic design service manager. So me and my team would create visual communication for our products, such as icons, illustrations. Sometimes we would make websites. So my portfolio are mostly those works. In my design career, I tried different roles. I used to be graphic designer, illustrator, product designer, and now I'm a web designer at Clean My Mac. It's nice that you can choose what direction you can continue growing, and I feel that now I'm really interested in growing as a web designer, so I'm really glad that I had that opportunity. In our company, there were a lot of cases when people changed their roles, sometimes even to another domain, from development to data science, or from support to analytics. So for both, for me and for MacPaw, it wasn't the new experience. Thanks for watching the pilot episode of CutCorners, a design news show. Your support with likes, subscriptions is crucial to us. How do you like this episode? Leave your comment below. My name is Nata, thanks for watching.